Hi, Empress Justice here, and this is what I have learned about fire signs. Okay, now what I've learned about fire signs are two things. The first thing is that they are excellent at the simple endeavor of being themselves. I know, shocker. Fire signs are naturally good at being who they are as they are and making the most of who they are as people, both strengths and flaws. Nobody is able to truly just embody who they are like a fire sign. Okay. Also, they're really good at extracting what they need from people or the world around them. They're really good at kind of just being willful enough to get what they want. Again, not surprising, all right? But there's also something about fire signs that a lot of people are not hip to yet. And that's the fact that fire signs are excellent at alchemizing everything. They are excellent at turning absolutely everything that comes up in front of them into a positive. Even if something's positive already, they're good at adding a touch of brilliance to something that is already lit. Okay, so they have this way of transforming everything into something positive. There's a level of genius to fire signs, a natural level of genius that people don't really pick up on. And that level of genius comes from the fact that fire signs will only ever engage with something that they are truly passionate about or truly emotionally engaged in. The best fire signs are the ones that make passion their entire lives. Okay, and I'm not necessarily talking about pleasure. I'm talking about deep-seated passion, deep-seated longing. They turn that into something that they can use. They turn that into a source of creativity. They turn that into a source of attracting abundance as well, or gaining abundance through hard work. They're able to take something like passion and longing and make it their entire lives, and not only benefit from it, but gain emotional satisfaction from it. There is no one on the face of the planet more than a fire sign that is able to take love, passion, and the endeavor of simply being oneself and turning it into something incredible. There's nobody out there that does it like a fire sign. Now, this is the thing about fire signs though. What fire signs want to do is to be undefeated. They want to be the best. And I know it doesn't sound like much of a surprise to people, but this is where people get confused. People think that what fire signs want is control over everything and everyone, but that's not the case. Fire signs want to survive, and they figure that the best way to do that is to be above reproach in everything that they say and everything that they do. If they're going to talk and make an argument, they want to have somebody on hush mode. They're going to fight, they want to knock somebody out. If they're going to sing, they want to sing so powerfully that it moves people to tears. Whatever the fire sign does, they already do to the nth degree, but they want to do it so that they can survive, so that they can know that if push comes to shove, they will be able to make it in this life on their own if need be. So yes, fire signs want to be the best. It comes across as bossiness, comes across as a domineering attitude, but they don't actually want to rule. They just want to be the best. Okay. Now, the best way for fire signs to do this is to do three things. First thing is obviously to connect with their greatest joys and their greatest strengths. Those two things, becoming excelled in those two things, will draw people to you like a magnet if you're a fire sign. Connecting with your joy and connecting with your greatest strengths. Those will attract people to you like a magnet. You will become something extraordinary off the back of that. The second thing is to constantly test your own strengths. Is to constantly push yourself to that extra limit. Now, probably the fire sign that needs to hear this the least is Aries, because they already know what they're doing in this regard. But pushing your strengths just a little bit more to the limit every time, like really pushing your strengths in a constructive way, is going to be important. The third thing is knowing how to socialize with people. So it's about knowing how to appeal to the upper echelons in society, knowing how to appeal to people who are on the wealthier side, whilst at the same time still having enough of a common touch to be able to connect with ordinary everyday people as well. So it's about having social skills as well, because truly winning isn't necessarily about being the best. It's about caring about the world and having integrity. And secret ingredient is connecting with your ancestry as well, because ancestry is about soul, right? When you connect with your soul, you connect with your ancestry. So for fire signs, also connecting with your ancestry is going to be very, very important for you to become the unbeatable force that you strive to be. So yeah, that was what I learned about fire signs. And yeah, some people are going to disagree with me on that, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. In the meantime, I just want to let you guys know, like, before I go, learn to be a gracious winner. That's another thing. Learn to be a gracious winner, fire signs, because you're not very good at being a gracious winner sometimes. So that was for my beautiful fire signs. I have been Empress Justice, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace and blessings. Bye bye, my darlings.